Hey, what is crack-a-lackin', everybody? This is Tim McCaffrey, elementary principal, guys, and I had this idea. I have no idea how it's gonna go, but it's just actually something that I've actually thought about for a long time, and that is like, what if at the end at the end of each day, if I just did like a very quick, I don't know, maybe no more than 5 minutes, a few highlights from my day. It would be a way for me, one, to reflect, and then two, I can connect with so many other leaders out there in a way that we can, springboard into conversations. And it's kind of cool, right? Just to see, like, what is it like in the life of an elementary school principal, right? I mean, sometimes you kind of follow stuff like that. And so, I'm not sure if this is really going to be for me or for you or for both of us, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. My goal is to actually do this each day, just for like no more than 5 minutes. Just what were some highlights? And I have no problem talking about mistakes I made, things that I wish I could take back, but it's how I'm going to be learning in this role right here. And so let's go ahead and get cracking today, guys. So today was a freaking awesome day. In my morning little startup journal thing here, I had one prompt here, and this is I have a number of prompts, but the question that the prompt that I responded to was: a situation that might stress me out or trip me up today could be, and I put putting too many tasks on my plate and not getting into the classrooms, right? Because you know how like in the beginning of the day, we're like, oh man, dude, I gotta do that, and I gotta do that, and I gotta do that, right? So then, like when you prepare for your day, you're like at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 like tasks, right? And like, okay, now I'm gonna be stuck in my office. And so I was like, and so the second part of that prompt says something, and the way that my best self could deal with that is, and I said, schedule walkthroughs and show up. That was it. So you know what? If I'm going to put it on my calendar, I'm going to show up at that time. I don't care like what's happening. I'm going to be like, all right, I'm out of there and I'm going to go. And I did that. It was so awesome. I had an amazing time, and just getting into classrooms and just trying to be just a light and pour life into my teachers here. And so here's just a few examples right here, man. I was able to leave this note: great prompting and questions and getting scholars involved. Stopping to have scholars think is powerful. You know what's up, right? And so it was so awesome to see a whole class math lesson, but yet there was time for prompting. Okay, now turn with your partner, and then just drawing that out of them. I thought that was so rad. Another example right here, I shot this picture, freaking awesome. I love the open-ended critical thinking questions and the time given to scholars to discuss with a partner. Great minds you are cultivating. And so, you know what? And I just find that when I'm able to just, identify what practice is working and just pump them up right there, man, that just pours life into them. And so I absolutely love that part right there. And so I was able to show up today during those times. And then secondly, I also did a classroom observation, like one of those formal observations. And then, I was done with that. I walked out. I was talking with a few of the scholars outside, and then I was making my way back to the office. And the teacher that I had just watched in class, she was like, "Man, I'm so jazzed right now." And I was like, "What's up?" She was like, "Man, that's because of the words of encouragement that you gave me after you left my class." And I was like, "Oh snaps, what's up, girl?" And I was just so ecstatic for her, because I was just saying like, wow, you know what? You just did guided reading so intentionally. You were about the print, about the vocabulary, testing kids about the text and listening to each one of the scholars read. I was just like, man, like you just did an amazing job, and like you're teaching me even more like how to do guided reading. And so those are just two highlights from today. I was able to show up and get into the classes, because the principals, as you know, our plates get full, but man, I think it's so intentional, or it's so important to be intentional and show up when that time comes. So, all right, guys, I think I stayed under 5 minutes. Let's go. See you tomorrow.